Okay, this should be an exciting episode. I have to apologize right now. There's a lot of proxies, but it's worth it. This is a great game. It's got some history behind it, and it's worth bearing with the proxies and all the annoyance with them. So let's cover the proxies first. This is Harbinger versus Rahn CID. So those errants up there, those are Idrians. Fane Knight Scarathizian over there, that's the paladin that's on a horse. Whatever that other dude to the left of him is, that's also another paladin. Those are all accurate. Those are all accurate. Whatever that is, that's a Punchy Munk. Harbinger's accurate. Jacks are accurate, except for that light jack right there is a Devout. The vassal in the back is a paladin, and that Flamebringer is a Punchy Munk. And then that's Vilmon right there. Everything else is pretty accurate. There's his wall. And over here on my side, that unit of infiltrators, unit of battle mages. That unit of infiltrators, unit of battle mages. Okay, everything else is accurate. And I'll be reminding you guys as the game goes on. So, let's talk about some history. I've been beating the crap out of this guy for a long time. And I've kind of been his benchmark, his personal goal to beat. And just a little while ago, probably about a month, 2 months, I haven't played him for that period of time, but he's gotten tremendously better. And I didn't actually know how much better he's gotten going into this game. And before the game began, just talking with him very briefly, I could tell right away he understood this matchup way better than I did. He had a plan for victory. He knew I was going to drop Rahn and not Kalisa, and he had a plan for Harbinger, and he had played it out in his head with Krios. He put a lot of thought into it. He was well prepared. He had his win conditions figured out. He had he had all his little ducks in a row, and I'm just coming in here. Oh my goodness, I was. Whew. So also, I've been having a lot of frustration lately against lists that I can't kill, and then I die, and that's been really frustrating for me. And I'm coming into this game already a little bit tilted because this looks like one of those lists that I just can't kill it and I die because red doesn't have very much stuff that's very survivable. So, let's begin. I go first. Thank goodness. Doesn't really matter a whole lot for Harbinger, but it's kind of nice. I move up. Don't really give him anything for Idrians to shoot. Speed of Death is on Elara, who's right behind that house. Helios has Polarity Shield. That Phoenix is up there, just hanging out on a hill. And Lanyssa over there by that flag. It's not a very exciting turn. Chimera's kind of up there on the left. He moves up, takes his, like 2 shots of Battle Mages, misses both of them. Runs a Punchy Munk over there behind a forest. He puts Harbinger right there with a Devout next to it, and all 3 shield guards are in range. And he sung for no spells on his jacks. So, the book is over there saying no spells. Then Indictor over here is also saying no spells or channeling within 6 inches. So I have magic weapons with Helios because I gave it to the objective. No, my first magic attack is a magic weapon. Let me correct that. So that just would have done no good. I think we should have been more clear about that. That would have changed the way this game played because maybe he'd be singing no magic attacks and then he'd be shield guarding them and I wouldn't be able to get the Devout off because when it's base to base, I believe it's not targetable. No, it can be targeted by spells. I'm sorry, unless they sing for that. So he would have kept singing for that anyways, regardless, for no spells on his Warjacks. So he pops his feet, and I don't do a whole lot because everything's going to die to POW 14 besides Helios and Phoenix, so it's not going to be assassination turn since everything's range 12. I won't be able to get any follow through. So I kill 2 Idrians there, and Chimera comes up into this forest, and Rahn slams the 2 Idrians on the left that are out of or martyrdom range, and then TKs the Helios back to the other side of the forest, or TKs the Chimera. So basically, I killed 4 Idrians. Woo! Stuff is happening. And one of those Idrians I pulled all the way across the map, and he just kept martyring it, pushing it around with battle mages, and he just kept martyring it. He lost about 7-8 health. Not really that bad. He planned on healing it all back up next turn. So, his turn. He comes up and he purifies and he gets rid of the Polarity Shield and the Speed of Death. Oh, and the Idrians have prayed Helios. So, those are gone. That's super annoying. And besides that, Punchy Munk comes over here and gets to contest that flag. And Book comes up and Idrians go in and shoot stuff and smack stuff and kind of get in my face and get annoying. And there's not really a rush to do much because I'm going to have a really hard time killing him. So, yeah, I think he probably should be shooting Helios with CRAs instead of just maybe jam a few battle mages. They have a hard time killing the battle mages, even though they don't have the force barrier anymore. They just have a hard time killing the battle mages. So over here, that's the end of this. Here's the situation, guys. He's gonna beat me on Scenario. He's gonna beat me really good on Scenario. He just went up 2 points. I can't commit things that he can't kill unless it's Helios, and that's only gonna last me so long. So I think I gotta assassinate him and try and make Scenario hard to win on. And here's what's working against me. That book says no spells can be cast within 10 inches. So my battle mages can't cast anywhere in that area. Harbinger has Awe and the 12-inch command range, which is the range of my battle mages, and is behind a wall, base to base with a Devout that says it can't. Harbinger can't be targeted by spells, and that Devout has that dude as a shield guard and Vilmon as a shield guard. So it has 2 shield guards, and it's also behind a wall. Whew. And they sung for no spells. So it's assassination time. Helios can sacrifice movement, and he can boost 3 shots before I do anything. And if all 3 of those shots hit the Devout is the 3rd shield guard. It can't shield guard for itself. One of them can pull the Devout off Harbinger. Once that happens, Rahn can TK it around and put some Chain Blast into it and do some damage. And then all the Battle Mages and Lanyssa and the Phoenix are going to go in, and everything's going to go in and try and kill Harbinger. That's the plan. Let's see what happens. Basically, it's so bad. It starts falling apart so fast. Helios sacrifices movements. He hits the Devout all 3 times. He pulls the Devout. Got really lucky. Awesome. I probably should have missed one of those shots. I'm thinking about putting Eilish in this list and dropping other things. It'll really hurt, but it's going to be worth it. But anyhow, I pull the Devout off Harbinger. Yay, Harbinger can be spelled now. This Chimera apparated ran to right over in this position, not blocking Phoenix's range, and it's out of 6 inches of the Indictor, and I do an Arcane Secret TK into Harbinger. I turn her around. And then my opponent's like, she doesn't lose defense in her back arc. And I'm like, oh, crap. You turd. I missed 2 TKs, and my 3rd TK hit her. And that's what he tells me. So I could have been doing Chain Blast that whole time. So this is bad. So how can I make this worse for myself? Elara goes over and puts Convection at Harbinger, and of course misses because Awe. And it was Rahn's feet turn, so it was fully boosted. But she's a 4. After Awe, she's a 2. Low odds are low, but you know what? Maybe it'd work, maybe it didn't. And it also puts Phoenix in Speed of Death range, so that Phoenix can go up there and beat Harbinger in 2 times, or make 2 boosted hits, and maybe, swing it over the wall, hit her on the boosted 9, and do some good damage. So Phoenix goes in, hits her once, does about 7 points of damage after the shave. Speed of Death isn't up, he purified it. So now not only is Harbinger on the other side of the wall, not very much damaged, still camping 3, Phoenix is engaging it, and he's turned around, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't get backstrike bonuses, because I didn't have Speed of Death up. Idiot, Connor, man. So that's really bad. My battle mages now need to roll 17s. So you know what I'm thinking? You know what, Lanyssa, get in there, go for a boosted 16 stationary. Maybe you'll crit, maybe you'll stationary. I know we're talking like 2% odds here, but you know, it blows the game wide open. So let's do it. Lanyssa misses, of course, because that would be so cool. But you know, this is real life. It could happen though. And over here on this side of the things, that stupid book can't be targeted by spells and makes it so within 10 inches you can't cast spells. I move all my battle mages to 12 inches away from it, this group of purple battle mages, and they go to sling some spells at it, and he's like, oh, nuh-uh, can't be targeted by spells. So this whole unit of battle mages does nothing. My clock is just burning down right now because I've been sitting here thinking about it forever. My first turn, I was unprepared for this game, and I spent about 15 minutes before the game even began on my clock thinking about how the heck am I going to play into this game. And I basically came into Assassination as the playstyle. These battle mages over here, they killed some errands. Good for them. Yep, that was cool. Not really. Really liked my Arcanist unit. They fed Helios a little bit. So yeah, I score 1 right here. I contested that zone with Phoenix, and he scored 1 right there. So score is now 3-2. Not good. This is what the map looks like after that. So many mistakes. So many mistakes. Oh, all these battle mages needed 17's Dead Harbinger, and I was like, screw it. Let's go for it. See what happens. That'd be cool. Maybe we'll knock her down. But secret, she can't be knocked down. There's so much anti-Rahn tech here. Man, okay. He does a bunch of stuff. He kills a bunch of battle mages. These 2 jacks, one goes into Helios, one goes into Phoenix. Doesn't kill Elara, but does kill Phoenix with the Devout. However, the Devout is not base to base with Phoenix or with Harbinger, and that's where I have another opening. Things are not good for me. The score is now 5-2 because he does some more scoring. This is what it looks like now. Does a bunch more scoring. Oh wait, I skipped a turn. Yeah. So yeah, he does a bunch more scoring and scores 5-2. Comes over to my turn, and this is the end. I think, you know what? He's got about 5 focus, and he's on like 10 boxes. Let's see if I can get him to do some martyrs and then try and kill him with Rahn. So Elara apparates and starts stabbing Idrians in the back, and then goes over to the book and starts stabbing the book a whole bunch. And he doesn't take any of the martyrs on the Idrians, but then he starts martyring the book. So I was like, okay, let's put more battle mages into the book. He martyrs the book a couple more times. Pretty sweet. And so then I'm like, okay, what can Helios hit that he'll martyr? Oh, there's a champion of the Order of the Wall. This guy over here, he charged Helios because Helios didn't have Polarity Shield on him because Purify. And, no, sorry, he charged the Chimera. So Helios came up and beat that thing in a whole bunch. And I rolled the 7s I needed to hit, thank goodness. And he martyred it twice. And so now Harbinger's down to about 5 boxes. And he's like, whoa, I need to stop martyring. So then I go over and I kill a whole bunch more Idrians and stuff. And I swing at a Punchy Munk, and the Punchy Munk moves around. Just because, you know, why not? And so now Rahn, and this was a whoopsies that Spencer or my opponent allowed me to redo. Rahn walked over to here to do a chain blast at Harbinger. I was within 10 of the book, and I couldn't land in a spot that wasn't within 10 of the book. And it was hard to tell because I didn't proxy it, and I was being a bad player. In a tournament, it was fully in his rights to say, man, I just can't tell what's going on right now. I don't know where you started. You didn't use a proxy base. We're just going to play it as you left it. That's what should have happened. Instead, he was gracious enough to let me charge this Punchy Munk with Rahn, and that would have line of sight to Harbinger. And I also could have TK'd with Rahn, but that would have wasted my arcane secrets, which is critical, and you're going to see why. So yeah, Rahn charges this Punchy Munk, which is the Flamebringer. And then he misses, of course, and the Punchy Munk runs away. And then Rahn boosts a Chain Blast at Harbinger. because I'm out of 6 of the Indictor and I'm out of 10 of the stupid book, and she's defense 20. So I need a 12 because of awe. I go from an 8 to a 6, so she's normally 18. That's how I came up with 20. So yeah, I need a 12. And I can target him because the Devout's not base to base with her because it killed the Phoenix. I hit it with Arcane Secrets. He's starting to sweat a little bit. I boost the damage roll because it's not feat turn, and I'm not going to hit with another Chain Blast needing a 12, and I'll have to boost with it, and it's just not going to do very much, and he'll just shave it. So this is my one and done. I mean, I'll still take the other Chain Blast, but I'm really not expecting much. Maybe I'll boost the blast damage if it doesn't drift very far. Anyhow, I boost it. Tons of dice on the table. We see like 6, 6, 4, 3, and stuff like that. And I'm like, Arcane Secrets! And yeah, and Harbinger dies. And that was nuts. I have no right winning this game. He was going to win on Scenerio next turn. Sure, I can test this zone, but there's nothing really besides Helios who couldn't get there because there's things in the way that he couldn't get through. And the Indictor has Sacred Ward and just so many problems with Scenerio for me and actually winning on Scenerio and getting rid of that book so I can score that Scenerio. Maybe I kill his objective, but I don't really have the damage to do it anymore because I used feat really ineffectively because I didn't know what Harbinger did, like turning around, trying to knock her down, and the book, and then Indictor, and all the stupid things that screwed me. So this game was really rough for me, really eye-opening. Harbinger is a huge problem for me in Ret. I still am on board with Kalisa and Rahn as my two choices. Going for Assassination, I've kind of given up on attrition in a lot of ways playing Ret. I mean, I can do it. It's just it's not going to carry me through. I'm probably not good enough of a player to play 50-50 attrition games consistently and consistently win them. I don't think I'm there yet. Knowing that about myself, I'm going for the crazier, scarier options. So Rahn and Kalisa. Yeah. Good game, man. I really enjoyed this game. I'm sorry for tilting turn 2 when I was having a really hard time killing Harbinger. I shouldn't have. I was kind of preloaded into this game thinking that this is just another list that I can't kill. There's Legion, there's Scorn, there's Trolls, Maylock, Harbinger. So many lists that I can't kill and they can kill me. So Rahn and Kalisa, save me. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you guys have any comments. Oh, you know what? There's something else I want to talk about. The concept of this game and my opponent's prep for this game. This little choke point through the forest, really, really hard for me to deal with. And he's doing the correct things. He's putting his Indictor in safe positions. He's putting his book in a spot where it's going to be really annoying and put lots of spells. He's throwing away his Idrians. He's martyring the correct things. He's slowly feeding me models and martyring correctly. His Punchy Monks are contesting and scoring and making it really hard for me. And he's just playing the slow, grindy game where my clock goes down. Because if you look at the clock right here, I'm on 3 minutes and 51 seconds, and he's on 23 minutes. I just was having a really hard time figuring out what to do into this game. He still has lots of attrition options. He's doing things correctly. Harbinger's behind a wall, has the 3 shield guards, Vilmon, and until that one Jack went in and did work. But he's got the shield guards. He had the Devout. He's doing the correct things to keep Harbinger safe. He's making good martyr decisions. He's camping appropriately. He's handing out. He's making good spell uses. I think if he had put the Devout on Harbinger, Helios then is engaged and has to roll worse dice to try and hit the Devout 3 times again. Well, it only has to hit him 2 times, but it'll have to roll. The math is worse. Man, I need Eilish. Yeah, that's where I'm at. He played very well. He has clearly gotten a lot better. He has leveled up multiple levels since the last time I played him. I'm really proud of him, and he is a serious contender. I will never get an easy game in against him again. It's going to be a fight to the death, a grind, me giving it everything I have. And I'm super excited for more games. Super excited.